What's up guys, my name is Tristan from the CPAPstore.ca. Today we're looking at a brand new mask, the Resmed X30i AirFit mask, which is a pillow, tube up, full face, quiet air mask. So really seems like the Swiss Army knife of masks, great for everybody, but is it? So this is the mask here. It looks very similar to the F30i mask, which is also a tube up mask, meaning the tube connects up here at the top of the head. Therefore, when you spin around in bed, the mask doesn't tangle around your head and neck. It just spins up here, which is really nice. But it differs from the F30i because of two things. It has pillows, so these are the pillows. These are the pillows here. And then it also has a quiet air diffuser right here. Now, putting the mask on is a fairly similar fit to the F30i. Again, the headgear is going to be the same, the frame is going to be the same, so you can get standard, large, or small, and then you're going to have different like fit packs sizing with that. So I'll put, the variants here. I got the standard version. So the standard version comes with the medium, comes with the small, and comes with the large pillows. And the pillows just come out like this. So, and it pops kind of in there like that. Okay. And then it's nice and snug like that. So you got the pillows, and the pillows are going to seal around the nostril, similar to a Resmed P10, a solo pillow mask, or any other pillow mask, okay? The pillows are typical Resmed, double layer silicone, thinner on the outer layer, a little thicker on the inner layer, seal very well. Not bad, right? So when I put it on, you could see that, it tightened well around. I obviously made the measurements here so I could put it on in this video. And yes, it does seal around my face, it does seal around my nose, and it does seal around my mouth. The problem that I have with it is to get it tight enough where it doesn't leak, as I just put it on, is I need to tighten it a little bit too much, I find. Because the pillow and mouthpiece are finite, there's almost no way to make this work with every nose. With every nose and every mouth. Someone else might look totally different than me with a different nose and face shape and jaw shape, a jaw that recedes, a jaw that protrudes. There's so many different aspects of that, and that's my concern, okay? When you look at a mask like the Solo or a P10 and you put it on, you can see that the straps go more diagonally, right? So as I push it in, it's going kind of in and up and into my nose. And just that movement, that tension, is really hard to create with the X30i. And to put it simply, I just don't think it's as comfortable as the F30i. I think the F30i is actually gonna be the superior mask to the brand new X30i, okay? For that very reason. When I'm comparing the F30i and the X30i sealing and I'm pushing it on my face, around the pillow, face kind of like stomach breathing, usually I test between a 10 pressure, I wasn't seeing any significant noticeable difference in leaking, because I found that although the pillows, yes, do seal better around the nose, it's harder to get a better fit. And I found that when I put on the F30i, turn on the pressure, and then you press it in and you allow some of this air around the cushion to fill up and really start sealing around your face, I found that it was easier to get a better feeling fit with the F30i, and therefore it cancels each other out. One thing that I do like with the X30i is the quiet air diffuser, which is great. The X30i is significantly quieter and blows less air than the F30i. You'd really feel it. So if you have a partner, the partner is really gonna notice the difference. And therefore, if that's one of your gripes with the F30i, then the new X30i might actually be a good upgrade for you. So what do I recommend? I recommend, if you are in the market for a tube up full face mask, I would try the F30i first. And if you're having issues with the cushion being too low or air escaping up the top of the nose, then I would give the X30i a go. And I think in that case, the X30i might be the best mask ever for you. But if you're not in that camp, if you don't know if you like the F30i or not, and you're just like, this is your first CPAP mask, this is not going to be one of those masks that I recommend for a first-time user. Okay, it's one of those niche masks that you kind of know what you want already. First-time user masks are going to be your F40, for example, are going to be your N30i AirTouch. These are the masks that are, when people walk in the store, we give them those masks and we say 95% of people love those masks and they typically love them too. This mask is very similar to an older Resmed mask called the Mirage Liberty, which had a little bit too much pressure on the nasal pillows, and people were complaining about that. I think that issue is solved with the X30i because the pillows are a lot more softer and squishier, and just more flexible than the Mirage Liberty. But I just don't think it's one of those masks that are really gonna take the mainstream by storm. And I have a feeling Resmed knows that too, and that's why they launched this in a more stealth manner. They didn't want your everyday Joe and your first-time CPAP users buying this mask off the rip. They kind of put it out there for the F30i users and other full-face users to maybe ease into and kind of experiment with and see if it's a good mask for them. Okay, so that's it for this X30i review or first impression video. I hope it helped your buying decision if you're wondering what this new mask is. I hope I answered most of your questions and gave an honest review. They are interchangeable cushions, so it might be cheaper to buy the F30i and then the X30i cushions when it comes out. That way you do have the ability to switch if you don't like one or the other. But if you are just a new CPAP user wanting to know, is this the best CPAP mask because it's the newest CPAP mask? I'm gonna say no. I think it's just the newest CPAP mask and it's one of those niche masks that fit a more specific demographic of people.